In this video, I want to take a look at using the date class to create a date object. There are a few different ways that we can create that date. So here I'm going to get rid of this math.random. We'll add in a variable here in a minute. So I want to let today equal new date. That's going to create a date with today's date and time in it, or the date and time when it was run. We can let Christmas equal new date with the year, month, day, and so on that we want to set in here. So we can set this as, we'll say 2020, the month, and the day, 25. We can go down into the hours, minutes, and seconds, or let it set that by default. We can set a number of milliseconds. So let millisecs equal new date and we'll add 1,000,000 milliseconds here, and then we'll add these to our output element one at a time so that we can see how those look. So here we have today is Thursday, April 16th, 2020 at 21:27 GMT minus 500 Central Daylight Time. So we're getting this full date for what today is. Now if we look at what it has for Christmas, we save that, refresh our page, then we can see Christmas 2020 will be Monday, I messed up. I wasn't thinking that through straight. So the months are in a zero-based array. So 0 would be January, 1 would be February. So December would then be 11, not 12. So now refreshing that, we have Friday, December 25th, 2020. And then since we didn't put in an hour, minute, seconds, it's defaulting those to 0. It's telling me that at that point we will be in GMT minus 0600 Central Standard Time instead of Central Daylight Time, which was GMT minus 0500. And then finally we can look at this millisecs variable. We can see we have the date with 1,000,000 seconds or 1,000,000 milliseconds from January 1st, 1970 at midnight, which here in the central time zone would actually be December 31st, 1969 instead of January 1st, 1970. That's because we have this GMT minus 600. If we were to take this 0600 and add it to this value, then we would be after midnight and it would be Thursday, January 1st, 1970 instead of Wednesday, December 31st, 1969. You can also use a date string to create a date. So you could do something like, so let date string equal new date. And then we can put a date string in here. So we'll say October 31st, 2020 at 23:59:00. So just before midnight on Halloween this year, this will give us that date. Now when we add in this date string to our HTML instead of that milliseconds, when we refresh our page, we'll see that that's a Saturday, October 31st, 2020, and it's giving us this time of 23:59 GMT minus 500. So that's before daylight savings time. Makes us change our clocks. And now these are just a few ways that we can handle working with the date. And we can do some math with those dates and some different things. I don't want to get into that right now, but I just wanted to look at a few different ways that we can create those date objects and some things that we can do with that and ways that we can see how those dates display.